Let's explore how your companies are leveraging and adjusting their digital and e-commerce programs during this pandemic. Greg, let's start with McNaughton McKay.
So we have done a variety of things, as have many companies. So for instance, on our website, as well as on our intranet page for our employees, we have a COVID-19 page that is ever changing and has communicated information about McNaughton McKay, our locations, the status of those, as well as the supply chain, so manufacturer information and so on, to provide to our customers. And luckily we've had the adoption of our website where people are looking to our site for that information. Certainly all of our folks are also sending that information or referencing that information to their customers. And then the intranet page, as I mentioned, so that we can have more detailed information on what's happening in the organization and how we're reacting to COVID-19. I think one of the big successes and one of the big pivots we did relates to training. We are very successful, do a lot of training in our organization across all of our locations. Traditionally, those have been on-site in our locations. With the stay-at-home orders and limiting large group gatherings, we had to cancel all of our training a couple of months ago, and that continues today. So the pivot we did was and this is not rocket science, but we turned our training into what we're calling virtual lunch and learns. So at least once a week, we are hosting, utilizing engineers from across our organization to hold 1 hour long sessions where they are going through, and they're live sessions. We're using YouTube Live as the media for that. And these are live sessions that we're doing with video presentations, literally live equipment that we're working with. And then allowing our customers to chat in questions that we'll answer live. And then we record them, of course, so they're up available and they become a library on our YouTube channel. But when we talk about what the future looks like and the new normal, this is something that definitely we will continue. I already have a schedule laid out for the next 12 months as we will continue these. And then two more things. We've been watching digital analytics growth. So the adoption in digital specific to our website and social channels and so on that has COVID-19 with remote work and so on, has that had an impact on our digital channels? And we have seen growth across the board in all of our venues that we go to market with, including the website, e-commerce, and so on. It hasn't been leaps and bounds. Part of that is when we made decisions as to how we were going to serve our customers, we did that with what we hoped was as little impact to our customers. So again, even though we have a bunch of people working remote, they're still available by phone, by email, chat, all the other methods that were available. They just happen to be doing it, like I am today, in a different environment than their office. And then one last plug for what AD did relative to the SSP dollars that help grow the digital presence. So we have the ability to capture SSP dollars as we get new registrations to our website. So we're definitely taking full advantage of that.
Greg, thank you so much. I really appreciate hearing your perspective from Mac and Mac. Chip, is there anything you'd like to add? Tell us a little bit about how things are changing at Turner Supply.
Sure. Thanks, Caroline. Our situation at Turner, at the beginning of the crisis, was very interesting from the standpoint that we already supplied items such as PPE, sanitizers, and disinfecting chemicals to customers during normal times. So as the crisis started to unfold, even in China, before it came to the United States, we started to get overwhelmed with requests for some of these products, especially from customers that were not what we would call our regular repeat customers, in some cases consumers, in some cases wholesalers, resellers, exporters. became overwhelming to our customer service and inside sales teams and e-commerce team as well, to the point that we had to actually pull some items and specific categories off of the website where the general public could view them and actually put them behind a firewall, so to speak. And while that's still true in some cases today with certain specific products, such as branded respiratory protection, in other cases where our supply has caught up and where we're able to offer these products to any and all customers, we've relaunched the website and kind of rebooted it with some special landing pages with call outs from our homepage, some email blasts, along with some tailored social media that are actually driving some traffic to the COVID-19 response products, which are actually a really big part of our overall business mix right now in the midst of the crisis. But part of the strategy, that we've pivoted within the COVID-19 crisis from our email blasts, we've tried to make sure they're very intentional, they're very strategic, they're very thoughtful. There's something that a customer actually can use and actually be helpful, as opposed to there were some products that we were previously planning to promote during this time period that we found that for a variety of reasons, from some customers being closed, some customers working in very limited capacities, that certain products and certain services simply are not in demand at the present time. And so we tried not to be tone deaf to this fact. And so we made some decisions to say, okay, we're not going to run that promotion this month. We may put it off for a month. We may run it next month or the month after that, as opposed to just kind of, letting something be dust in the wind that would not get any response. It wouldn't drive any traffic to our website. It wouldn't drive any revenue, and really focus in on what we're finding customers need help with, what they are actually interested in sourcing. In some cases, there's still products that are hard to get, products that are in short supply. We've had to, in some cases, find new and different suppliers just to help us get certain products of any kind at all to serve some customer needs. But we've tried to weave that into our digital marketing and media strategy in such a way that it's going to be effective and hopefully be appreciated by our customers. Hopefully what we're trying to do is drive more customer registrations, particularly through the new reboot and relaunch of the COVID-19 response supplies on our website. We're really wanting to drive purchases of those products online so that we can create buying behavior that creates repeat customers, repeat visits, and things of that nature. Because we do have, like a lot of people right now, a lot of companies right now, we have limitations on allowing unannounced visits to our physical locations. We have launched a new text communication service through an AD approved supplier that gives customers the opportunity to text us orders, to text us requests for quote, and to text us product information requests for items that a customer might need help sourcing. Could include pictures, could include diagrams and blueprints, or things of that nature. And that, along with live chat, is something that even employees we have working remotely can support, monitor, interact with customers. And we learned a lot of lessons during the crisis relative to our employees in inside sales and customer service being able to work from their homes and work remotely. I feel like we were maybe just one step ahead of it because we had installed a new VoIP system. We had already done a lot of testing to make sure that employees working from home could still seamlessly answer their work telephones, transfer them to cell phones if needed, and then also have laptops, remote computer access, so that they could do pretty much everything that they would have done from the office from home, including a lot of digital marketing and media activities. And that's gone really well for us. So even as our employees do start to return to the offices, it's something that we always know that we'll have that additional ability and nimbleness to be able to serve customers really from anywhere.
Chip and Greg, thank you for sharing your perspectives on how you've changed your communication cadence, leveraged AD service providers, and hopefully some of these changes you'll carry into the future and will be part of the new normal we're all facing.